That's
And
correct.
so it's one of those things that perspective is for a legacy ninja that's listening, really taking that deep dive and understanding the power of what you can create and the ripple effect of what happens if you take a different perspective. If you make that micro shift, like Dan Mangina has talked about, that micro shift, what does that do for you in the long run?
Well, it's just about positive reinforcement. I mean, it goes both ways. Simple physics, action, reaction, for me to them and them to me. And so I believe that things are done naturally and that the market speaks. And if you can have certain relationships and people have been promoted and you become financially stable and you have this sort of legacy and influence when you're a guest somewhere, so you're not even on a home court advantage. These are the sort of things that I think about and that make it very easy for me to discuss my success or thoughts with people, because I don't have some sort of seminar that I'm selling. There's not a book here today, gentlemen, that I'll be promoting on your show. In fact, today was really much to put wind in your sails as much as you are to mine. And I couldn't thank you enough. And your audience doesn't realize this as well, that there was some communication, actually multiple communication prior to this podcast today. It was scheduling, and it was the fact of qualifying myself to make sure that I'm appropriate for your audience. And then we got on a call just to make sure I was real and that I once again was a good fit. And so your audience has to realize that there's two professionals here that are just not investing their time for yucks and for ego. You two are on a bigger mission it's not even building your business. There's no money exchange today. So why are we even here? We're here because we're three professionals that are sharing ideas and energy. And hopefully, as you were mentioning earlier, so that there are others that think similar to us. And so I really respect the work that you're doing. It's selfless. And once again, you're just giving. And if you don't think that this is going to come back in spades and that the stars are going to be aligned, you're sadly mistaken. I'm going to be very excited to see how much higher you fly and further you go with this work that you're doing right now.
Thank you so much for that. There's so many times that we've had these conversations and neither one of us has ever said, when is the time coming? It's just a matter of if, or when rather, and one of the things that has always been good, I think, about the symbiote relationship that we've had with the podcast is that we get so much out of our guests and we don't anticipate it. I mean, we get really excited. We go through this conversation. And as I was telling you before we started, a lot of times I'm meeting you for the very first time 2 minutes before we hit the record button, just like today.
Right.
But I love that because it gives us the ability to have real, raw, authentic conversation. And it allows me to hear your story for the very first time.